This is live here at the newspaper stand 7 vendor, where we get to give you what is happening in the country. You know that the gubernatorial election that took place on the 18th, that is on Saturday, we are seeing the outcomes, a lot of reactions going on in the country. Some of the results are beginning to come out, but let's give you, today being Monday, let's tell you what the newspaper is saying here today. Let's start with Daily Sun. If you look up here in the Daily Sun, it said, let me start here. Amechi has confirmed our fears about INEC chairman. That is what Atiku Abubakar is saying, and you can find that on page 29 of the page on Daily Sun here. Then governorship election, Yahaya Abdulrazak Eno Abiodun Makinde wins. Kudos to these guys who have won the election. You can also find that in the page below. Then down here I say Bala Mohammed, Sanwo-Olu, Oboruvo, Warri, Leighton Bauchi, then Lagos Delta. Then Enugu Abia wait in bated breath as LP alleges attempt to alter result. Then result from agent indicate I won Lagos. Guba poll says Road Vival. You saw what happened in Lagos State. I mean, the margin was almost double, while Revival got about 361,000 thereabout. The incumbent governor Sanwo-Olu got about 800 and something thousand votes. But here is Revival saying that it does seem like he won the election from the report that he's getting. So these are the face here who are jubilating. Things are really going well for them. You can see this is Inoawa, Yahaya, Makinde, and the rest of them who have won their states. Some of them re-elected, while others fresh. Let's come here. Crowd. Many reduced this week as bank get. That's more cash supplies. Then 6 missing as government attack INEC officials in Kogi State. This is South one. Let's quickly give you what the Guardian paper is saying this morning. It's INEC declares Makinde Eno winner. We just told you that on the previous slide. So you can look at their faces, smiling faces. It's not easy, isn't it, to win a gubernatorial election in Nigeria, especially now that we had a third force that seems to be fierce for a lot of persons. But coming back to gain their seat is something that to celebrate. Congratulations to this guy. Sanwo-Olu leading in Lagos State. Of course, that result has been announced and he won. Then down here, Nnamani loses Senate return bid to brother of slain LP candidate. Wow. Page 3 of the Guardian newspaper, you find that here. Let's come to this day. Now, still we've given you this headline. Let's come here. APC wins big as Guba polls result come in across Nigeria. APC winning and winning and winning. Right now, the battle, Adamawa is still there. The margin is just going up and coming down, but we don't know what it might be. But as at what the report we got today, the incumbent in the person of Fintri is already winning, but just with a slight margin with the APC candidate. Now, these are also smiling faces here from this day newspaper, of those who have won the election. Let me come down here to Vanguard. Yeah, Vanguard is still showing you smiling faces of those who have won their state and the election. And Boni is still there of APC. Yobe, you can see him smiling. A building also of Ogun State is also there, and Shea Makinde and the rest of them. Sanwo-Olu too has joined them here. He has won the election, and congratulations to him. But Revival is still saying that he doesn't agree with that result. But let's see what happens. Then troops for terrorist attack on Borno Collation Center neutralizes 60. Wow, this should stop in Nigeria. A lot of these attacks on INEC centers should not be what will give you your desired result. If you want to fight for an election, why don't you take your voter's card, go to the poll, wash your vote to ensure that it counts instead of going to fight. Burning stations and INEC centers will not give a good result of what you actually want. So these are these. So the Buhari regime seems determined to leave the legacy of a new Nigeria where everybody except a handful will be economically, politically, and socially oppressed. Well, I don't know what this means. This is coming from Owe 16, page 16 of Vanguard newspaper. Will give it that. It said the Buhari regime want to leave a legacy, but a handful of people. I don't know who the handful of people would be, but we are one Nigeria. That is all I know. Let's look at Daily Trust. Daily Trust this morning saying APC wins Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, PDP in Akwa Ibom. PDP in Akwa Ibom. PDP has regained their mandate back in Akwa Ibom. I think Odom Emmanuel will be leaving, handing over his scepter of leadership to another person within the party. That's the good news for the people of Akwa Ibom. Then NNPP leads in Kanu by a name Fintri neck and neck. Wow. I don't know what it is for Fintri and the lady Bayani and Adamawa State, but kudos to NNPP. Buba Galadima seems to be rejoicing right now. When the NNPP force came on board, he was saying that NNPP is going to lead presidential, and we saw of course, we saw how they push forward in the presidential election, but the governorship election is taking a different game, because we are seeing, I mean, even in Adamawa here, NNPP is not a joke. They are also in the major force in Adamawa State, and we've seen them win a lot of state. Kanu, they still gave Kanu, in the presidential, they gave Kanu 1.something million, and in the gubernatorial election, they came back to say, our 1 million, we're not sharing it to nobody. They still gave the party 1.something million vote. All right, then down here, troop rebels ISWAP attack on Zulum's town. This should not be in political seasons. Even as a nation, we don't need all of this attack. The cyber attacks expose Nigerians' IT security vulnerability. Well, there's a cyber attack exposing Nigerian IT vulnerability. The Niger communities chase away INEC officials. Let's give a business news this morning. This afternoon, Nigerian devaluation looms as bank cut FX sales. That's foreign exchange sales. Nigerian devaluation looms. Well, I think the cash crunch, this cashless policy of a thing is supposed not to devaluate Nigerian currency. But what we're seeing here is a different game altogether, because part of what CBN promises was that this cash policy is supposed to bring some kind of value to the Nigerian currency, but this seems to be a different ball game altogether. Then old note, banks, businesses comply with CBN directive, yet shortage persists. People, the cash have been said to be released. CBN has given directive that this cash should be released, but yet we can't find cash. Nigerians seems to be suffering also. No money to do transaction, no money to board vehicles, no money to do a whole lot of activities, and it does seem like the economy is a bit stalled right now. But this should not be so. I think the CBN must have to hasten what they need to do. Let me give you this one as the last one that we have here. This is Nigeria. Know the truth. Governor's polls are the winners. Yeah, we just mentioned some few names earlier. Makinde, Abiodun, Sanwo-Olu, Abdulrazak, Yaya, Bonin, Oyo, Ogun, Lagos, Kwara, Gombe, Yobe. Then Eno, Nnamdi, Rada, Aliyu in Akwa Ibom. Then Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, Leiden. Then this is Fubara, Obuwe, Wiri, Otu, Nwefuru, Edioga, late in Rivers State. Delta, Cross River, Ebonyi, Enugu, among others. Stop usurping a varsity council function on staff promotion. This is Sanu tells HOSF. The Northeast Nigeria at highest rates of famine. Then INEC will comply with all provisions in conducting 2023 polls. This is INEC giving you that. Whatever accusation and allegation you might seem to be putting forward to them, that they conducted the 2023 election in line with the Electoral Act. I think this is where we're going to stop today, live here at the newspaper stand. I am Austin Beatrice Sinam, and this is 7 TV.